Holy Week is a significant period in the Christian liturgical calendar, commemorating the events leading up to the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ. But where did these momentous events unfold? Let's journey back over 2,000 years to ancient Jerusalem, a city at the heart of religious, political, and cultural turmoil in the first century. It was here that Jesus entered riding a donkey on what is now known as Palm Sunday, marking the start of Holy Week. The streets of Jerusalem were bustling with pilgrims for the Jewish festival of Passover. When Jesus made his triumphant entry, welcomed by crowds waving palm branches. This poignant scene is celebrated today as the beginning of a week that would change the world. The events of Holy Week pivot around the old city of Jerusalem, a maze of narrow streets and ancient stone buildings. One key location is the Upper Room, traditionally believed to be on Mount Zion, where Jesus shared the Last Supper with his disciples on Maundy Thursday. This momentous meal, where Jesus instituted the Eucharist and foretold his betrayal, holds a central place in Christian faith and tradition. It was a gathering marked not just by ritual and prophecy, but by an intimacy that underscored the gravity of the days to follow. Following the Last Supper, Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane, situated at the foot of the Mount of Olives. Here, among the ancient olive trees, he prayed in anguish, fully aware of the suffering that awaited him. This garden, a serene spot overlooking the city, became the scene of Jesus' arrest, setting in motion the series of events that would lead to his crucifixion. Early on Good Friday, Jesus was taken to the house of Caiaphas, the high priest, located in a part of the city where the Sanhedrin, the Jewish ruling council, convened. It's here that Jesus was questioned, accused, and then handed over to Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, in the Antonia fortress, northeast of the Temple Mount. Pilate, pressured by the crowd, eventually sentenced Jesus to crucifixion. The Via Dolorosa, or the Way of Sorrows, is the path through the old city that Jesus is believed to have walked, bearing his cross. It ends at Golgotha, or Calvary, meaning the place of the skull, where Jesus was crucified. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, one of Christianity's holiest sites, now encompasses this area. The church is not merely a solitary structure, but a complex of chapels, each holding a role in the narrative of the Passion, including the site of the crucifixion and the tomb where Jesus was laid and from which he rose on Easter Sunday. These sacred places in Jerusalem are not only physical locations, but timeless touchstones, grounding the story of Holy Week in real history. They draw pilgrims from around the world year after year, each seeking a deeper connection to these foundational events. In closing, Holy Week is more than a sequence of days. It is a journey through pivotal locations deeply revered in Christian history. From the triumphant procession on Palm Sunday to the solemnity of the Last Supper, the agony in Gethsemane, the trial and crucifixion, and finally the joy of resurrection, each site in Jerusalem paints a vivid tableau of faith's enduring narrative.